Do you want to learn how to edit like this?
Edited by Fluz.
Well then, stay to the end of the video and you'll find out how. Hey guys, this is my first editing tutorial on Premiere Pro. And this is how to edit a Fortnite montage. It's basic, but not too basic. Like, it looks pretty good without being too hard. So the first thing you're gonna want to do is drag the song in. But before you do that, if you want to change the color of it, because the normal color of the audio is green and so are the markers, they're also green, then you can just come in here and change it to whatever you want. And I'm actually going to change it to rose. What does that look like? And with the clips, markers, that looks pretty good. Okay. So we're just going to cut the audio there, backspace so it deletes it, and just drag this all the way to the start, just like that. So the first thing you want to do is drag the clips in, and you are going to want to enlarge this. That way you can add keyframes, which we'll get to later. And then you might have to bring this down depending on what you're doing and if you need the audio space or not. So the next thing is what I like to do is I like to drag this down to the third one, because I have two different sound effects and they go basically like on top of each other. So it leaves room for the sound effects. So what I like to do before even getting close to editing is I like to make sure that the marker matches up with the clip. So if needed, I can make it smaller and then do that after. So yeah, and then make that short at the end because you want it to be like a second long. So it like makes a good but weird transition. I'll show you in a minute. So what you're gonna want to do is get your edited by intro in, and the audio that goes with it in as well. So what you're gonna want to do is cut the audio down here, go to effects and type in low pass. If you don't have the preset for the low pass, then there's also just a regular low pass that works basically the same. I just like to use this one because it's just a little different in the way. So you're going to want to do that, make sure it is aligned, but before you do anything, like before you play it, double click this, come up here to effect controls, go to blend mode, and blend to screen. So it looks like this. And as you hear, you can barely hear it. So you're going to want to click it once, right click it, and then you're going to want to come to audio gain right here, and I'm going to go to 20. If you go above 20, it sounds really weird, like it's like really bassy. So we'll listen to it now.
Edited by Fluz.
There you go. So now that you can actually hear the edited by Fluz part. So, and if you want a tutorial on how to make these, I can do that. It's not hard at all. It'll take probably 5 minutes tops. You just have to find the right template that you want to use. But yeah. So you're gonna want to come to the first clip, and you're gonna want to come here, show clip keyframes, come here to timer mapping, and come to speed. So you're gonna want to zoom in, and this is why you have to enlarge this bit. So you're gonna want to come to, as soon as that bullet comes out the chamber, or whenever it comes out of this, one keyframe. So 5, 4, this is where you want to mark it. So you're going to want to come to this thing right here, this circle, which is the keyframe circle. So you're going to want to press it once, go back 2 keyframes, zoom in a little bit more, and then come back 2 keyframes like I said, and then go up to 250. Obviously it doesn't have to be exactly 250 because that's going to be kind of hard to get. So once it happens like that, it'll make this shorter because the clip is faster. So then you're going to want to come back two keyframes up, double click it so it gets rid of this blue circle right here, click it again, come over to, and bring this over to as well, drag this down to 50 like that, right about there, and then come up 8 keyframes after this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Another keyframe right there, and drag it out to the end of the clip. Make sure there's a little bit of space so that you can drag the audio up back to 100, and that is the normal speed for the clips. So now that it's like that, I went a little bit above it. That'll work. 99. So now that it's like that, you might drag it back a little bit depending on how long you want it to be or not. So with this, like how it is, it'll speed up, stay sped up for 2 milliseconds or 0.02 milliseconds, then go down to 50, so really slow, and then go slowly, gradually back up. So it'll look like this, just like that. And then you're gonna want to cut it right here, and then you're just gonna want to type in impact. I don't have to do that because I already have it in here. So you're gonna want to go to impact and bring this over right there, and then you want to type in build up, just like that, and then just choose out of any of your preset buildups that you have. I'm gonna choose this one. You may or may not have to cut it at a certain point in the clip. In my case, I don't really think I have to, so let's just watch it over just to make sure that I don't. So if that took too long and it was like too black for too long, you're gonna have to press Control Z, which is undo, or like go back one, and then you're gonna want to cut it and then put the buildup back into the middle spot. And as you see, it's really glitchy through here. So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to press this and press enter, so that way it'll render it. And if it still doesn't render after you press enter, then you're gonna want to make sure this is highlighted, come to sequence and render selection. So once that's done rendering, just like that, then you can watch it and it's smooth. So we'll watch it from the start.
Edited by Flaz.
Just like that. And then you're gonna want to come back to your project folder and bring in the audio. So what I like to do is I like to put in the pump audio first, and I already have this markered. And then you're gonna want to come to swoosh and put that at the very end. These are just how mine work. Yours can be completely different. So then audio gain, and then I'm gonna put this to 10 because this audio from the clip is a lot louder than the sound effect audios. And then this I'm also gonna put to 10. That way you can hear the pump and you can hear the swoosh, and it sounds really clean. So here it is again, just like that. So next thing you're going to do is again drag in the other clip, and here is how to select it. So I already have it marked where the clip is, but yours is going to have to be completely based on how you're editing, and if you've already edited with the clip or not, because if you have, then it's saved over and it already knows what it's doing. So you're going to want to press I where you want it to start, marker it on as soon as that kill hits. So like as soon as that bullet comes out of the chamber, you want to press M to marker it, and then come out a little bit more, and then O to end it with the bracket. So then you're going to want to come to wherever it magnetizes with the beat drop markers, drag that out, and same thing, show clip keyframes, timer mapping, speed. So again, you're gonna have to do the same thing, but just make sure before you start editing it is linked up correctly. Just like that. And if you find a different place, you can always drag it over, and depending on how long the clip is. So I'm in the hills, you know I swerving. Young kid stay in his bag, he in his Birkin. Money long, extra. Just like that. But I like it back here. So we're just gonna drag it over right there, and make sure it is like linked up here. So you're gonna want to come as soon as that bullet hits out, zoom in some as well, and double click it, keyframe back to, go up to 250, go back to, double click it, keyframe, go forward to, go down to 50, go out 8 keyframes after this marker right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 keyframe. Zoom out. That was way too much. Drag it to the end of the clip. Go up to 100, and again, on how you like your clips to end, you drag that to whatever you want. So same thing, cut it right there, go to effects, build up, and like you saw before, that was too much for this build up, and you're probably going to want to do different build ups and everything. Just for this tutorial, I'm going to do the same ones. And these presets, some of them will be linked in the description, because the other ones, they're like iffy, because they're WinRARs and everything like that, and you have to get trusted sources. So I'll link the YouTube videos on how to get some of these presets, like Sapphire and stuff like that, so it'll help you out a lot. So that's the build up, and then once you have the build up in, get your impact, put your impact in like that, and then grab your audio, and you pretty much want the audio to be as long as the clip is, so whenever the audio ends, you want the clip to end as well. So bring the pump sound effect over, and bring the whoosh over, and then drag this back. So then if you want to rewatch it, and as you see, it's highlighted red over here, so press it, sequence, render selection. And this one is also red, so we'll render that as well. So sequence, render selection. So once you're done with that, you're going to want to, you can nest it. I'm not really sure what nesting does. It just brings it as a smart object. If you ever used Photoshop, if you nest it, I don't really think it does anything. It just brings it as one clip. So I guess we'll just nest it for the purpose of this video. So rewatch it, and you might want to save it after doing every single clip. That way you don't lose any of your progress. So rewatch it, just to make sure that you have it how you want it, and if you want to make any changes.
Edited by Flaz.
I'm in the hills, you know I'm swerving. Young kid stay in his bag.
And I forgot to actually do this myself. I normally have it to where it's already up here, so if you just press it here and then go to audio gain and change it, it'll automatically save that and bring it out to the other ones. So you're gonna want to come here, audio gain 10, audio gain 10, and then rewatch it. That way you can hear it, and cut it off whenever you're done with all your clips. So just like that, and then you're gonna want to just rewatch it as many times as you want, like I said, just so you have it exactly as you want it. And then if you want, you don't have to do this, but if you want, you're gonna want to come to new item, come to adjustment layer, and copy these settings real quick, and then press OK. So basically what I use this as is the color correction. So just drag it out to the end of it like that, and then press it once, go to color, and then this is how you color correct. So you can get really creative with this stuff. So basically if you want it faded, then it'll look like more white. If you want it sharpened, if you want it blurred, if you want it, this is the vibrance, so like the color popping. Then this is saturation, again color popping. And then this stuff you don't really have to mess with. If you really want to get into depth, then I can. But like I said, this is like a basic tutorial. So this is color correction. Once you have it as you like it, you want to file and save, then rewatch it.
Edited by Flaz.
You spazzing. I'm in the hills, you know I swerving.
So once you have it as you like it, you want to come, either you press Control M, or you want to come to File and Export, and then Media. So then, depending on your computer and depending on, like, I don't really know how to say that, but like depending on how you like it, depending on what quality you want it to be, and everything like that. So you're gonna want to come here, put this format as H.267 match source. This is automatically going to be match source high bit rate, but don't worry about any of these down here. You could do YouTube and you can do high quality like this. I normally do high quality 2160p 4K, or you can come down here 2160p 4K Ultra HD. I don't really think it makes a difference, but I do my videos in 4K, so I guess I will. Then you want to come here. This is so you can change the name and the direction it goes in. So once you have the name, you want to press save. Then you're going to want to come here and press export. So once it's done exporting, it won't take that long because this is literally 15 seconds with very minimal editing. So it's very easy, very simple, and this is my tutorial. If you guys enjoyed, if you have any questions, leave them down below and I will try to get to you as soon as possible. But I hope you enjoyed, and peace.